Hello, everyone. This is Cheryl Abram, and I'm today going to share with you my learning design and evaluation portfolio. Now, I discovered this portfolio through work I'm doing with my partner to create our cybersecurity course for the Future Kings nonprofit organization. And I'll talk more about that because you're going to see it right here in my portfolio. Now, the reason why we have the boys, 6th to 12th graders, who are going to be going through this course, we're having them create a cybersecurity portfolio so that they can, first of all, we can see the proof of work that they're doing. They can have social proof that they are actually doing the work, and they can use this as a supplement for their resumes, as they go to look for jobs, just as any other profession has a portfolio. They have a cyber portfolio, so people can go on and see some of the work that they're doing. So because we want to be able to show them an example, we decided to create a portfolio of our own, and I'm going to share that with you today. I've created this portfolio with Google Sites. It's really quite intuitive. They have a classic site, but I'm using the more the latest version of it. Now, the only thing about the latest version is that unlike the classic site, the latest version does not have a way for you to comment on each page, which is really unfortunate because that was an excellent, that was something that would be really useful, but we're going to have to work our way around that. So I'm just really quickly going to show you what's in this portfolio and how you can actually use it, for whatever your profession is, to highlight the work that you're doing, that you've done and that you're doing, because this is also a way for us to learn out loud, right? To immediately put the things that we're doing out there so other people can see them, can see what we're doing, learn from what we're doing, and we can learn from them as well. So this is my home page, and you're allowed to create any tabs that you want. Like I said, it's really intuitive. This is my home page, really quick introduction, welcoming you to my portfolio. This is my website. You can reach me via Twitter, LinkedIn, my personal Facebook, business Facebook, and you can just, I'll just click on a couple of these so you can see. This is my my Twitter page right here, and also my LinkedIn page. Okay, so on any of these things I'm saying, you can just go there and, contact me if you have questions or comments about anything. Now, on the next page, I have the About Me. So this is like a really short bio, okay, of who I am. And if you want to know more information, you can actually click on this PowerPoint slide. And I've just added a few more things here, more personal things. My philosophy, I have here my personal vision statement, enlightening minds so that everyone can see. I talk about the fact that I love handwriting. I like writing, with pencil and paper. And I've actually thought about starting a business because I don't think, we do that enough. And I really love that. This is my book, a picture of my cars. So you could just put anything you want here. These are my babies, Naomi, Paul, Daniel. My baby Jared isn't in this one. I talk about why am I sticking my neck out. That looks really weird. This is another book that I read. These are some of the books that I like. The Design of Everyday Things. I absolutely love that book. So this is just another way, for you to get to know me other than just, reading a very short bio. Okay, so this is another option, another thing that you can add to your portfolio. You can put PowerPoint slides on it as well. Now, here's a tab, my original ideas. On this tab, I've put the things here. These are things that I've come up with. Let's just say it like that. Big, ginormous, giant, hairy questions that I've asked, right? And the path that those questions led me down, and the information that I was able to gather, and the new way of seeing and thinking that I have is on this page. Okay. And I talk about how these things, everything I do is based on these particular beliefs that I've now come to have about learning, development, and evaluation. Okay. Learning as breathing is a primary one. And you'll see that in all the work that I do. Here's my evaluation design model and the 7 invitations. I also have here the logic model that helps explain where these invitations fit into an entire program. Normally, especially in training, we think that evaluation is something that really happens at the end, and it's an option. You can do it if you can afford it, if you have the time or whatever. We promote people to do it, but it's still kind of like an option. Everything will go as planned, even if you don't. That is absolutely not true. Evaluation has a role in every aspect of the program, and this is what I try to show you here in this logic model. From the purpose all the way to the outcomes, your evaluation has a role. This is an infographic I have of the new definitions that I've come up with, regarding the work that I'm doing. I talk about the evaluand, which is the thing being evaluated. And over here, I talk about the various things that help to support what I'm doing, like the places where I've drawn a lot of this new thinking, like choice theory, theory of theory, self-determination theory. Some of the practices, knowledge risk assessment is really huge in the work that I do now. Learning design, visual thinking, portfolio management, and some of the tools I use, rich picture, situation analysis, logic model, and value trees. So, this page just has some of the other infographics I've come up with. So this is also proof of the work that I've been doing regarding bringing my original ideas out into the world. This is my YouTube channel, my Ypifany YouTube channel, where you can see where I talk about all of these various topics and more. Now, the next tab are very specific projects that I've worked on. Now, this is also a tab that we're going to have the boys, put in their portfolios. We're going to, provide them assignments, and these are the ways that we're going to be able to assess what they're doing. So I'm just going to go over mine here really quickly. OPM's inaugural evaluation conference is something that I'm very proud of. That was in 2016. This is a project management certification that I obtained that I'm also proud of, and I was able to use this Prince 2 project management process for EvaluCon, and this is more evidence of what I did in the planning of that program, and I think it turned out really well. Goal for evaluation. This is something that I recently did. It was a lot of fun. A lot of new things are in here. So if you get a chance, please click on this link. You'll see the PowerPoint presentation of that. A lot of new things used here. This is one of them. This is from the book, The Design of Everyday Things. Okay, it talks about the Gulf of Execution and the Gulf of Evaluation, right? Very, very interesting stuff. Deductive versus inductive reasoning. Now, this right here, this is John Main. John Main is someone that I reached out to on LinkedIn because this quote that he has here, I used in my talk with Washington evaluators when I was talking about how evaluation is for use. It is not for proof. Evaluation data and information is used by stakeholders so that they can assign worth, significance, and merit to whatever it is that's being evaluated. Okay, it's not to prove anything because they each may have a different judgment about that thing, using the information that the evaluation was able to collect and provide for them. All right, this next project is monitoring and evaluation as a growth strategy. Some of the stuff that I've been working on regarding that. This stuff I'm working on currently. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be working on it, but this is what it is right now. A lot of mind maps. I love using mind maps to, to just get your head around, especially stuff that's really complex, really get your head around things, see where things can connect and where the relationships are. I also enjoy using word clouds. Word clouds are a really great way to see where people's heads are, to see how they describe certain things, and to help inform other kinds of work that you do in the design of your program. This is an oldie but goodie. This is the video that I and a colleague did introducing the Training Evaluation Field Guide to the federal government. All right, this next one, Lego Serious Play. I'm telling you, if you have not heard of it, now you have. And whatever you're doing right now in design, okay, or implementation and delivery, please, please, please go to the Creative Commons website, because all of this is free. You can learn what Lego Serious Play is. You can learn how to use it. You can become certified in it. You can join. There's a Lego Serious Play Facebook group you can join. There's Twitter. They're on Twitter. It's just absolutely amazing. It's a way for you to learn, a way for you to think with your hands. Think with your hands, okay? There's a whole science behind it, okay? Please go look at, go to the Creative Commons website and find that information. These are some of the ways that I've been able to use it. I'm still using it, and I'm going to share even more of that on this website. I use it for my mentees in the mentoring relationships that I have, but I also use it to help, look at the before and after, the where we are and where we want to be type things, for programs. And this is a Facebook post that I put up last year from a program where I help facilitate this Lego Serious Play process. All right. Cybersecurity. I've talked about that already. This is the Future Kings cybersecurity program that we're working on. This is a stakeholder analysis that we've started and some draft activities. Again, we're still in the midst of working on this, and I'm going to be adding more material to this tab very, very soon. Another course that we're working on, Families Rise Together. This is a nonprofit organization in Duluth, Minnesota. They have requested a curriculum on entrepreneurship for African Americans. So that's African Americans who are incarcerated and also who are not incarcerated. But for each of these groups, I'm learning so much from creating and working to create this curriculum with my partner, because this is me, right? I'm an African American entrepreneur, and some of the research that I've been doing, the ways we've been reaching out to people to get information, it's just been really enlightening. And one thing that I say is that learning isn't happening if it's not going both ways. Okay, the teacher needs to be learning just as well as the learner. Okay, and if that is not going on, then learning isn't happening. Something else is going on. But I can tell you right now that learning is I'm definitely learning a lot right now, by doing this work, and I'm really grateful for it. And I'm going to be able to use it as well. Okay. All right. My next tab is a book project that I was able to use learning and evaluation design with. It was for the System Security Certified Practitioner Study Guide. Now, unfortunately, the individual who asked me to help him work on it, he was not able to complete the project for various reasons. So I was only able to participate up to a point, but I still wanted to put on here the things that I was able to do, because this process, this learning and evaluation process, can be used for something like this, for writing a book. And we were really able to, we use mind maps, we create personas. This is one persona for an aspiring SSCP, someone who wants to get certified in it, and making sure that we have the elements in the study guide that would appeal to this person and really meet the needs that they have. Okay, almost done. This is my presentations tab. I've done hundreds of presentations. So, I think what I'm going to have to do, because one of the things that they have here, everything doesn't have to be, just set up like this, like linear. There's actually a carousel where you can just put different things and it'll go around in a circle. I think I'm going to have to use a carousel for this page. Right now, I have these pictures up here, but I've done so many presentations, and I have another one coming up that I'm really looking forward to. So I may have to use the carousel for this page. All right, and the last one that I have here for now, because I'm definitely going to add more, is the Rescaling Academy. This is something that I did before I left OPM last year. And you can see here, this is, a very simple rich picture that we did. And what a rich pic does, it helps you to see the situation. It's like a situation analysis. What kind of situation is this curriculum, is this handbook, coming into? What's going on right now, right? How is it going to fit, and where is it going to fit into the system that's already running right now? So it was a simple rich pick, and from a rich pick, you go on to do a stakeholder analysis. Now, the way we typically do stakeholder analysis is highly inadequate. If you look at R. Edward Freeman's stakeholder theory, He does an amazing job of talking about the importance of stakeholders. Stakeholders are just like shareholders, okay? They may not invest money. Some of them do, but many of them don't. But what they are investing is time, attention, expertise, staff, work. They're investing something in there. And just like shareholders who want to get a return on their investment, stakeholders want and deserve the same, to get some kind of return on what they're investing. Okay. And just because it isn't money doesn't mean it's not valuable, because they're stakeholders, because they have a stake in the game, right? They have a stake in this program, in this learning intervention, whatever it is you're doing. So it's just good practice. It behooves us to find out what that is and make sure we're designing what we're designing to help them fulfill their interests and their stakes. Okay. And so the Rescaling Academy, part of that was the cyber reskilling project, and this is a logic model that I was able to do. For that. Okay, so that's all of the tabs under projects, and now I have one tab for media. I have a lot of media. I'm not going to put all my media on this tab, but just the stuff that I think is pertinent and of interest. And why do I have August 2019 here? We're not even in August 2019, so I clearly have to change that. So this is my unlearning evaluation. I think I did that in June. So you can go to ATD's website and you can see that presentation if you haven't yet. Here I have a link to my book, Longing to Learn, my other book, Firing God. And this is something, an article that I co-authored in ATD's Talent Management Handbook about preparing talent through onboarding, and some other articles that I did in 2012 and 2013 with the public manager, ATD's public manager. I'm going to be adding other things here. I have an article on knowledge risk assessment that's going to be coming out really soon in a firm's newsletter. And I have an unlearning evaluation article coming out in ATD in a couple months. And I'm really, really excited about that. So I'm going to put that on my portfolio. All right. So that is my learning, design, and evaluation portfolio. You can make your own. It's very simple to do. This took me about maybe like 3.5 to 4 hours. And it was only that long because I had to find stuff. Like, I knew I had done stuff, but I had to find, where I'd put that information, so that's the thing. So if you're more organized than I am, it's not going to take you 3 hours to do, I promise. Okay. Again, it's Google Sites. If you have a Gmail account, you just go up there to those little dots, and it'll, when you click on it, you can just Google Sites, and it'll take you there. So again, this is something that we're using for our cybersecurity course. And, as an example for the kids, I wanted to show this, but now it's also useful for me, right? So I have a link of this on my LinkedIn page, and I also put a link in my resume, and I'm going to keep adding to it as I learn out loud as I do these various things. All right. So thank you so much for listening to this. And I have to give a shout out and a thank you to my 10-year-old Paul, because without him, none of this would have been possible. It was taking me forever to learn how to do this screen capture stuff. And I called Paul. Paul came down here and he did it in like 7 minutes, So thank you, Paul. Mommy really appreciates it. Okay. So thank you all again for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.